Hi and welcome to my channel on mental health. In this video I'm going to be talking about recovery. Now, recovery is each individual's own personal recovery, their own journey, their path to either being fully symptom free from the illness or getting to that stage in their life where they feel more satisfied and more happier with their life, having that meaning there, more of a purpose. That is part of the recovery, is to have a more meaningful life. The acceptance there as well, learning to interact socially, engaging in learning to engage again in activities, and also as well learning to cope with things that may have been more difficult to do, learning along the way, learning your own triggers. There is many things to it, but each journey is somebody's own personal journey. But also as well, to start that is to get the help, getting the right help, getting the right treatments there, the support there that is going to set a person, an individual, on that path to recover. So starting off like with getting the help, the support, having a support network around, um, friends, family, professional help as well. It's very important there to get that right treatment for whatever is going on within yourself, whatever the illness is, getting that diagnosis and so forth, like that. So the recovery in itself, like acceptance, learning to accept, that's a big thing. The acceptance around it, accepting what is going on within oneself, but also as well along the way learning to get a better understanding of the illness, of what is going on, learning to understand the illness better, but also as well the triggers. Each individual, the triggers that may cause problems within oneself, learning to know those triggers and coping with them better, the healthy habits, learning to like the healthy choices, the more positive choices. Things may be tough along the way, the setbacks there, but it's a learning curve, learning to cope better with the symptoms in itself. But to do all that, is getting a routine, having a routine there, having things in place that's going to help you with your recovery, which is very important to do. It's like you can't just have, like at first, medication and other things have to be done. You can't just rely on medication and the hope that it's gonna you know get you out of how you're feeling. The medication in itself isn't a cure, but it can help with the symptoms. Some people, but not everybody, some people find it difficult with the medication. The side effects, suffer bad side effects with it as well. So it's getting that right balance there, but having other things in place to do that's going to help you get to a more satisfying place in your life, a more happier and more meaningful life, is to have other things in place. Goals, setting out goals, things that you enjoy doing, things that you want to do, that you enjoy doing, is very important there. Having those goals there, having those things, doing the things that you enjoy doing, learning to connect socially in the community is very important within the recovery itself. By learning to connect in the community, overcoming those difficulties that occur with a mental illness, overcoming those difficulties, having those tools in place, those difficult situations that may occur that you find difficult in the recovery. Along the way, it gets easier by having tools in place, a routine in place that's going to help benefit in a more positive way and help you overcome those difficulties along the way. Each time it gets easier. A recovery could be short term or it could be long term. It depends on the individual and what the illness is and so forth like that. Each person recovers at different speeds. Some may take longer than other people, but it's like the purpose, having a purpose there, learning to, like I said, in the community, learning to build on healthy relationships in the community by maybe doing some voluntary work, activities in the activity groups, going to groups, learning to engage socially, building on healthy relationships as well, having those healthy habits. More healthy habits can help along the way. Your self-help care is very important to do things that's going to benefit your mental health, your illness in a good way, because recovery is possible. It is possible to do, and so forth like that. And like with some people, fully recover and become symptom free. But like I said, some people get to a stage where they're able to cope better, become more independent and so forth, and more happier and a more fulfillable life as well, because it is possible. Having an illness, it is possible to recover to whatever stage that you get to as well, and start to enjoy your life again. It's not all doom and gloom with a mental illness. It is possible to recover. So, like I said, some people fully recover, become symptom free, but others just get to that stage where they are more satisfied with their life as well. But it's very important at the start to ask for that, get that help, get that right treatment that's going to set you on that path to recovery as well. Learning along the way, learning to overcome and manage those symptoms that occur, those triggers, learning about yourself, learning about the illness in itself, but also as well, starting along as you start to overcome those fears, those symptoms that occur with the illness, separating oneself from the illness, starting to separate away from that illness and start to outdo those, have those tools in place to be able to do that. Learning to do normal day-to-day things again, activities, the things that were at the start more difficult, because it is possible to do. Having that hope there, holding on to that hope and so forth like that, it's very important, that encouragement. And don't doubt yourself when you're in those situations, how you're feeling. It may seem impossible, but remember, there's always recovery with an illness. Don't doubt yourself. start your journey, start your recovery by asking for that help. It is very important, because our mental health is very important. We all have mental health, and sometimes things come out of our control that cause those problems that affect day-to-day living, enabling not to be able to do the activities that we once enjoyed, pulling away from all that, disconnecting from that. But it's never too late. With an illness, you can still be able to do those things again along the way, learning again along the way with a recovery. So I'm going to end the video there. Please share this video, because it's very important. Our mental health is very important, and it's very important for people that if they're struggling to cope, to reach out and get that support, to start their recovery, to start to live and enjoy their life again better, and enjoy the activities that they once maybe pulled away from. Having those goals there, living a normal, near to normal life again is possible to do. Hold on to that hope. Don't doubt yourself. So please share this video, and I'll see you in the next video.